The time is 9 a.m. Singapore Standard. You are tuned in to Radio Free Adventure, the voice of today's modern freebooters, mercenaries, smugglers, and treasure seekers. Coming to you across the Pacific from over 25 secret air bases in over 18 countries, some of which aren't even on the map yet. Radio Free Adventure is a private gathering. In order to continue listening, please get your complimentary radio signal book out. Today's long wave broadcast code is 1775 Cowboy Uppercut Freedom. Please adjust your reception accordingly and tune in after the tone.
Oh, good morning, flyboys. This is Kirby McGoo coming at you from a bamboo hut at the end of secret airstrip number 11, just down the way from Scarlett's sensational tiki grill and just downwind from Jackson's air repair. If you can hear me, it means you're still flying, so let's keep it that way. I've got all your news, weather, and sports from home, although not necessarily your home. I might even read you some Little Orphan Annie later, if you don't mind me spoiling a 3-year-old story. The point is, you never fly alone when you listen to Radio Free Adventure. You got my beautiful voice to soothe your troubled soul. You up for some music?
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to introduce to you Rotorua's famous jet. The newspapers. This band will be playing real dance music in your town soon.
A word of friendly advice, by the way. Airplanes flying in or near Japanese territorial water might want to reconsider. The Imperial Navy isn't taking kindly to independent spirits such as ourselves. Consider rerouting to Hong Kong or Singapore. Those Brits are a bit stuffy, but they ain't half bad once you get to know them. If possible, stick to our secret island airstrips. You know we'll give you a fair shake. Now, I know it gets lonely up there in the sky. I've been getting a lot of complaints, using a lot of choice words about me talking too much, when you could be listening to Rosie the Weather Girl. Never let it be said I stood between a man and his weather report. Rosie and the weather, coming up right after this song.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Rosa Munchao with the weather report. Skies around Hawaii remain overcast with limited visibility. Winds running south to southwest with low gusts. Flying conditions around the Japanese home islands continues to be generally clear with a mild pressure system moving in from the west. By contrast, anti-mateering should be taken by all ships and airplanes operating in the South China Sea, where conditions continue to be ideal for large magnitude tropical storm. For more specific local detail, please consult local stations. As you know, our airstrip may be identified through its weather forecast, so it's time to consult your code books once more. Airstrip 11 weather corresponds to code 6, keywords Thimble Theater and May West. That, once again, weather code 6, keywords, Thimble Theater, and May West. With Calabinetta sparse, keywords, also thank you for the many wedding proposals, but I'm currently seeing a very special fellow.
You heard the lady. Back off, creeps. She's like a sister to me. Plus, she's educated. She ain't like you flyboys and grease monkeys. Now, you don't exactly get the Times delivered here, so our news can be a little out of date. Still, we do out-humble best. Stop me if you've heard this one before. In world news, Japan continues to feel the aftermath of the February officers' uprising, which apparently was a couple of months ago, then continues to meet resistance against its latest offensive in mainland China. And good for those guys for resisting, if you don't mind my saying so. Mussolini's boys keep attacking little Ethiopia, and boy would I like to see them take on a country their own size. Don't get me started on Germany. Says here they sent their boat over to Baltimore to show it off. Ain't nothing I need to see, I tell you. What's the world coming to, I ask you?
Fill the umu up to the top. Fill the umu up, don't you stop. Plenty eels and fish, I should smile. We're gonna have some cooking, Maori style. Plenty kumara, taro too. Plenty kumara, some for you. Shellfish on the beach, what a pile. We're gonna have some cooking, Maori style. Singing, you bet there'll be some singing while the girls are swinging. Just let go and shout away, say, spread the word around, there's roast pig, spread the word around, dig, 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 never mind a fork in your pile, we're gonna have some cooking, Maori style. Top, fill the umu up, don't you stop. Plenty eels and fish, I should smile. We're gonna have some cooking, Maori style. Plenty kumara, taro too. Plenty kumara, some for you. Shellfish on the beach, what a pile. We're gonna have some cooking, Maori style. Singing, you bet there'll be some singing while the girls are swinging. Just let go and shout away, say, spread the word around, there's roast pig, spread the word around, dig, 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 never mind a fork in your pile, we're gonna have some cooking, Maori style.
On to the good part of the news. That's the Joes out there who are trying to make the world a better place. By that I mean those mystery men. Best of them all, that's gotta be Dr. Clark Savage, Jr. He's not just an egghead who invents stuff. He sees something wrong, he takes care of it. Apparently this year alone he beat up a guy called Red Skull, captured a real werewolf, captured the Squeaking Goblin, and That's not half of it. For in New York, the Shadow took down the Gray Ghost, shot the Crime Oracle, and solved the sledgehammer crimes. Even the Spider took down some kind of lizard man. Gives me the shivers, that's for sure. In American news, the Hoover Dam just got built, so I guess that's pretty good. Some joker broke out of Alcatraz, or I should say, started to break out of Alcatraz before the gorge shot him full of holes, Dick Tracy style. A tornado touched down in Tupelo, Mississippi. That ain't good. That's where my Aunt Mabel lives. Oh, geez, look at this. Lou Massey entered the record books for being the only boxer to be knocked out in less than 10 seconds. I had money on that match.
Newsflash, the Imperial Japanese super battleship Emperor's Jimmu has announced it will be joining the German Flugschlagschiff or flying battleship Valhalla in an attempt to crack down on piracy and unauthorized adventurism in the area of China and Japan. That really doesn't sound so good.
In shipping news, the merchant ship Sea Girl will be arriving in Shanghai this week, carrying with it undisputed nautical boxing champion Stephen J. Costigan. If you are a fan of the sweet science of boxing, check things out. Captain Slate Shannon has been sighted in the area, probably doing something bold and adventurous. I only bring this up because I owe him a sawbuck from last time. The Spinnacher was seen leaving Singapore, with Captain Popeye going to parts unknown. Finally, the Bantu Wind has arrived in Osaka via Samoa, carrying coal and possibly a fedora-wearing schoolteacher.
Covered every little highway, and I've been climbing every hill. I've been looking high, and I've been looking low, looking for my Shanghai Lil. The stars that hang high over Shanghai bring back the memory of a thrill. I've been looking high, and I've been looking low, looking for my Shanghai Lil. I learned to love her. The little devil was just a butterfly. But you'll discover something on the level shining in her eyes. Oh, I've been trying to forget her, but what's the use? I never will. I'll be looking high, and I'll be looking low, till I find my Shanghai Lil.
Flyers attempting to reach Nepal, Tibet, or any secret cities therein are advised to use greater than usual caution due to unsettled atmospheric conditions in the mountains. Flyers attempting to bring supplies or Canadian nuns to Chinese areas are to be warned that both local warlords and Imperial Japanese forces often operate with little regard to international conventions. Visitors to Boragor are invited to visit the Brass Monkey Bar, where mixed drinks are 2 for 1. Remember, only angels have wings. The rest of Hello have to make do with airplanes, or possibly with jetpacks. Did you read about that rocketeer fellow?
I call my sugar candy, because I'm sweet on candy, and candy's sweet on me. She understands me, my understanding candy, and candy's always handy when I need sympathy. I wish that there were more of her, so I could love much more of her. She has taken my complete heart, got a sweet tooth for my sweetheart. Candy, it's gotta be just dandy, the day I take my candy and make her mine, oh mine.
Tips of the day for treasure seekers. Don't work with short Frenchmen in white suits. It just ain't going to work out. Trust me on that, hon. Tips of the day for pilots. If you'll find you are struggling to get altitude, consider tossing your cargo overboard. Crime bosses and warlords are surprisingly forgiving about these sorts of things. Tips of the day for mechanics. Use guys are the glue that holds it all together. Deep down, these guys know they can't do it without you. So stifle your rage about them new bullet holes right where you just patched up the last bullet holes.
You are that one in a million who can hear me when I'm blue. Some girls are like April flowers. They droop their heads when it showers. There's something nice about everyone, but there's everything nice about you.
Area-free adventure has been brought to by the kind contributions of independent flight crews and brave adventurers of all nationalities. We would like to acknowledge a particularly generous bag of Arabian gold donated by the brothers Makan Hab and Garth. Radio-free adventure can be contacted in our home office in Bora Bora Island or our post office box in Honolulu. Radio-free adventure can be heard on long-wave and short-wave broadcast throughout Oceania, the Pacific, the Indian Ocean, the South China Sea, as well as via repeater stations in Burma, Malaysia, New Guinea, and our mobile ship broadcast units in parts unknown. Stay tuned for more news of the day from Secret Airstrip 3, which can be found using your code book and using corresponding code words Amelia, Shirley Temple, and Wyatt Earp. Siri Temple. To raise awareness, may your skies be clear.